Well, this is my tractor, and it's broke. Let's figure this out. John Deere 5075E. I got the loader taken off of it. It's a 2012, I think. I'm not sure. It's the first year that they assembled them in the US as opposed to India. There's a plate on it somewhere that says assembled in the US. I think it's got a, what has it got, John Deere? I don't know. It's got a 3-cylinder in it, so I don't have DEF. And it runs like crap. Fuel filter's right here, fuel pumps. Where's the fuel pump? Just looking at it. Oh, it's down there. Fuel pump there, fuel filter here. But I think I know what the problem is. I do have a new fuel filter. I'll change that. But I think I know what the problem is. There is a, they call it a sock. There's an in-tank filter right at the outlet side of the fuel tank, and I think that's the problem. So let's get under this thing and let's get that out, take a look at it, and we'll go from there. Okay. Now I'm not really set up. I don't have the equipment to climb under this thing and do everything. So it's going to be a few different formats of video. So let's get to work. This is the left side of the tractor, and the fuel tank is right there, and it has 2 ports on it you got to deal with. It has the return port in the front, and then in the back it actually has the filter. So basically I'm going to pull both of those out, take a look at them. The reason I'm going to do the front one is when they put it in, there's a hydraulic line right next to it, and the hose itself is all chewed up. So I'm just going to replace, splice in about 1 foot of fuel line there, and then we'll get that guy in the back pulled out and cleaned up. Okay, we're underneath the tractor now, and I kind of screwed up on the filming, so I missed a couple of things. There's a plate that's laying right there on the ground. It sits right here, and it protects the drain. It's 2 nuts here, and then 2 nuts and bolts back there, and it comes off. Super simple to do. This is your tank drain. Now, tank's plastic. So what they do is they put these brass fittings into, well, they put metal fittings into plastic, and then they put a hose clamp around it to prevent it from splitting. So you just spin this guy here out and drain the fuel. I've already drained the fuel. That was a lot of fun. And I've also already pulled out, and it's going to be hard to see it. There is the return piece here. So you've got your return hose that comes down here, and you can see where it's split. So I'm going to come up here, I'm going to cut this here off and splice in a new piece, and then thread it into its fitting. Right, where is it? Right there. And again, all this stuff is so hard to see. And here's this hydraulic line here that chewed this guy here up. So, and then in the back here is where the actual filter is. And when I go to put it in, I'll show you all that. I've got some footage. I'll show you what it looked like when I took it out. So we do a little work, and then I'll get back with you. Well, I think I found the culprit as to why my John Deere's not running like a deer. I think it's with the exception of, I think, right there, it's completely plugged. Even has like boogers hanging off of it. We'll get this cleaned up, put back in, and then we'll run a test. There, that looks better. I just used some brake cleaner. Well, I started with carb cleaner, then I ran out of that. Wound up with brake cleaner. So it's all ready to go. I'm just going to slap it back in, and we should be up and running in a few minutes. Okay, here is the filter, and I've got it all cleaned up, and It's not a real complicated install. You just put it in and tighten it up. Here's a quick shot of the everything put back together. Here's the front drain return line put back on. Put a little extension on it, angled it a little bit better. So, and it's nothing special. It's literally just a 90-degree pot metal fitting that's threaded in there. Okay, I got the fuel tank filter pulled, cleaned, everything put back together there. I like to do things in steps. So before I go over and take the main fuel filter off and replace it, I want to see if it runs. This way I know if I screwed something up, I know where I screwed it up. I screwed up here, I didn't, you know, there's not the, is it here or is it there? So let's see if it'll start. Tell you already, it's running a million times better. It was doing this bucking and surging and that right there did it once. Now it's doing it. So guess I better change the main fuel filter too. I'm also going to put some injector cleaner in it too. So let's get back to work. Well, the reason it died is I had the fuel turned off. You know, I'm getting ready to work on the fuel system, so I turned the fuel off. Tried starting it. It used the fuel in here, and then it shut down. I'm going to go ahead now and change the fuel filter while I'm in here. I got the new one here, so I'll lose it. I won't be able to find that in a minute. Changing these is not that hard. One, turn the fuel off. So you turn it to perpendicular with the engine, and it's off. Next is this ring here. You got to get this ring off, and it's just hand tight, but it's got so much stuff around it you can't really get in on it. So I'm going to try one of these strap wrenches here. I don't have the old style oil filter wrenches anymore. So let's see if I can get this guy off. And there it goes. And that's it. That's all it took. Let's get this guy out of here. And I got a bucket underneath it because I don't want diesel on everything. So get the ring out. Ring drops down. Now, I don't want to fight trying to get this ring out of here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the filter down. Fuel is off. I'm going to take the filter down and the ring together. Take them out as an assembly. And there you go. That's it. That's all it takes to get that filter out of there. Now it's filled with diesel, so be careful. And I didn't take the plastic off the new one, so I'm going to find a place to set this guy where I know I'm going to whack it with my elbow. Get the plastic off here. And there's some keying in here that you gotta pay attention to. And that's this stuff here. So it's gotta be keyed up in there, but I'm gonna put this back in as an assembly, so I'm not trying to fight it twice. And it had John Deere out front, so we'll put John Deere out front, see if that helps to start. There we go, so it's indexed in. Just slide that up in there, bring this around, get it to start. And it's up. And there you go. And it's this is just hand tight, so don't get carried away. Now I turn the fuel back on. There we go. Back to 9 o'clock. 6 o'clock, depending on look at it. And you want to bleed your system. So I just cracked this, and it's already got diesel in it, but we know it's kind of this is empty, so let's keep pumping until it squirts. It's just going to take this here clog up so I can actually tell when it does squirt. That's just air coming out now. Get a little fuel there. I'm getting a little fuel, but not as much as I'd like to see. Well, let's see if that did the trick. Again, this is all just plastic, so don't get carried away. Get this stuff out of here. Let's see if it starts. Well, there you go. I just wanted to do a little recap, and of course, the wind's starting to blow now, so you probably won't be able to hear me. But so what happened? It started bucking and surging and just had no power, and something was wrong. It's a fuel system. I mean, it's a diesel, okay? So the best place to start right at the tank. There's those tubes. I showed you the pictures of them, the video of them. It was clogged. In my case, there's only one. On newer models, apparently there's two. Then I changed the fuel filter and learned a valuable lesson. If you turn the fuel off, if you want it to run, you got to turn the fuel back on again. So I think it's running great. I was really disappointed when it started running bad. So anyway, before the wind gets completely out of control, I'm going to end the video here. And did we do it perfectly? No. Did we make progress? Yeah, we got ourselves a good running tractor now. Thanks for watching.